So in here, we don't need this. It's too much branches. Hi everybody, Mr. B here. Today we're just going to do some more touch-up work on a few young trees. We have our crabapple here. We have a Bittersweet Nightshade. And we have a Shimpaku Juniper. Let's get started. Okay, I'm going to start with the Bittersweet Nightshade because this tree grows like a weed. In fact, a lot of places consider it a weed. It's also considered invasive in some areas. I'm trying out a new microphone today, so I hope that helps. I'm trying to get the quality up on these videos, which hasn't been so easy so far. So this thing just grows like mad. I mean, it's got these nice berries, which you can't eat, but they do look nice. The birds seem to like them. So this guy's coming straight up. I mean, I've already pruned this thing 4 times this year. It's dead. I'm just gonna take that all the way. We're gonna get right to it. I'm gonna find a place for this branch here, which is just gonna keep going and going if I don't intervene. I'm gonna go right here. There goes that set of berries. No problem. Now up here we got a little bit of dieback, but that's okay. We're gonna take this tree right down anyways. So this, I'll probably pull down eventually. I'm not gonna do it today. This is a young tree from seed. 2 years old, I think. So right here we have an interesting opportunity here to make this our trunk. This is going kind of backwards, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. That's the thing you gotta do with these trees, is just keep taking them down and down. Now, I'm not going to prune that right now. So we're going to call that done for today. Alright, next up is the crabapple. And this tree is a bit special to me because this is all I have left of my favorite outdoor tree that unfortunately I sold. You can see it as the banner photograph on my YouTube page. You can see it when it was in full flower. Well, at least you can see the flower part. You can't see the whole tree. But, you know, I'll find a picture. I'll throw it up for you so you can see it. It was really sad to see it go, but I deal with that all the time here. Now I'm going to start with some wire right here. Find a long enough piece. Now I've noticed when I'm editing the videos that when I'm facing the tree, you guys can't really hear me so well. And when I'm turning around, I can't really work on the tree. So I'm gonna see how this new microphone goes. It seems to pick up a stronger signal than the camera's microphone was. And I'm hoping that's going to help me no matter whether I'm facing the camera talking or if I'm working on the tree talking. I know it's not that interesting if I'm... So, I think what I'm going to do here... Alright. So I pulled this branch down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it right here. Now I can leave that wire on as long as I want, and this is going to die back to here. This is going to branch out here, and I'm not going to have any wire burned into that bark, because that bark's going to get cut off anyways. I'm going to pull down the other side too. See, I've already done this once. I cut it up back to here, but see what happens is they start growing and they grow upwards. I'm going to actually try to get some more cuttings from this. Alright, let's get some more wire. I'm just basically going to wire these down today, trim them back a little bit. Looks like I'm going to have to water today. This will be the first time in 4 days we've had so much rain. So I'm going to do the same thing here. And see, in the spring, if I don't like where these are going, which I'm not sure that I do already, just because I don't want them so long. But I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm just taking it to right here so the branch will keep going this way. And in fact, in the spring I'm probably going to have to do some coil wiring, because these are kind of coming forward now. So pulling them down can only do so much. Alright, let's check this. Alright, I'm going to wire that too. I'm using all the pieces I took off from the trees yesterday. Yeah, this tree is feeling a little light, so it still looks pretty moist. Oh, I lost it. Oh no, I got it. Okay, so up top here. Usually you want the leaf facing downwards, but if you're working near the top of the tree, you also need a trunk. So that's why this one I'm gonna let go upwards. This might even come off in the springtime, or just it's not the right time of year right now. But I'm going to go ahead and pull this down as well. See, all these branches I'm wiring now might even end up getting cut off in the spring. Or, well, cut back, I should say. But I'm not trying to do a hard prune today. I still got a couple months to let these trees recuperate from this pruning and get ready for winter. We'll do fall first though. Okay, let's try to move these leaves out of the way. At least we have the branches pulled down now. I'm going to go ahead and prune right here. And I am going to try to make new cuttings out of these, because this is all I have left of my baby, which was the crab apple that I sold. So I'm glad to have this. In another 20 years or so, maybe, you know, it'll be just as nice as the tree that I miss. We will see. But for now, we got this little cutting. Well, I think it's on its second or third year now. Okay, now we'll move on to the juniper. Okay, I was able to move you a little bit closer. first I'm going to start by cutting off this stuff in here. This dead stuff. Don't need it anyway. So this is pointing down, this is pointing down. We're going to take that right off. This is coming straight at us. We're going to at least take it back. Now I could wire this down, and I will. I'm just going to take these back. We're going to take all this back. And look at this. Let's take that off. And I should do cuttings of this too, because I don't have a lot of Shimpaku left. Yeah, we will just wire them. Not really trying to do a lot of pruning today. But let's straighten that out. All that stuff that's growing straight up. And then we got a bunch that's growing straight down. Can at least take that back. Now we got these two branches. Well, I guess maybe we don't even need that little branch. We'll leave it for now. Let's take the bottom growing stuff. Let's take it back. These are all growing into each other, which is not great. Let's thin that out. Thin that out. That should be pulling them like this. I hope my hand's not getting in the way too much. That can come off. Let's go back to the front. Okay. So we got this stuff growing straight at us. We can take that off. We can take this whole branch off. I think I will be making cuttings here. So, in here, we don't need this. It's too much branches. Too many branches. We're trying to go alternating left to right. So that's what we're gonna do. And see, if you don't let the sun get in there, that's why we get all this orange stuff. That's what happens if you don't prune. All the outer growth will starve the inner growth. Let's take that back. What do we got here? Let's take that. Oh, that didn't go very clean. I'm just gonna take these back. We got this stuff in here. Let's just try to define the separate branches instead of having them all grow in together. Alright, we'll take down this stuff. Pointing downwards. Don't need it. Pointing upwards, don't need it. I'm gonna just hit the ends here. We'll find a spot that is going to give us some downward pointing. Alright, straight up. All of it straight up. Now up here I got to be a little bit more careful. Well, right here we got this is coming straight at us now. We don't need that. Now I want to be careful up here because these are going to be our future branches up here. So I'm not going to take too much. It's looking a lot better than it was. just cut the ends just to slow it down. I mean, this branch is getting too strong. You don't want it to be stronger than the branches below it. I think yeah, maybe I will wire. We gotta take this back though. This branch is too strong. We're gonna keep the balance. Let's just take it right back. There, that should be better. Okay, well, I don't think we're gonna prune too much more. Should I or should I not pull these down? Yeah, this branch is the toughest on the tree, so it's good we slowed that down. Well, let's stop talking about it and just get it done. Now, since I have multiple branches on each side, I'm going to set up anchor points this time. Hopefully you can see that. You'll certainly see it when it's done. So I'm just going to set up a little anchor on both sides. Whoops, and then I'm going to drop it right down. That's okay. So I'm just making a little loop. And then my loop fell off here. Hopefully I don't just keep having them fall off on me. They can fall out until you got something pulling them up, yeah. Well, let's get some weight on this one. And then I can get some weight on the other one so it'll stop falling off. Just like that. Okay, now this one won't fall off. Now I can hold on to this one so this one doesn't fall off again. Of course I could have gave it a little bit more could have stuck a little bit more wire down the bottom there, would have helped also. Okay. Now at least I can stop falling off. Try to keep my big hands out of the way so you can see. Now the other thing, it's tricky, I've noticed with the camera angles, but you want these to kind of, like, you don't want this one to be pulled down more than the one below it, or vice versa. So might have to just make a little bit of adjustments. You actually would prefer to have the above branches be a little bit less horizontal than the ones below. Good enough. Let's go to this side. Even these small pieces of wire I'll end up reusing. Now pulling them down like this does have its limitations. You don't really have full control of the branch this way, where you, like you would if you're coiling it around. But generally it does a pretty good job. I'm gonna let that one grow a little bit. The two back branches here. I mean, we might have to just pull one to the other side so they're not both on the same side. That would kind of balance that out. Maybe I'll go ahead and do that now. Let's go with this one. Now since my anchor's on this side, I should do a fine job of pulling this over to this side. Let's see. Yeah, that's good enough for now. Young tree. I don't remember if I clipped the tops here, but I just want to do that. Encourage them to do lots of nice things for us. Okay, and that is going to do it.